Craziest fight story. It could be street or in the ring.
Yeah, I can't tell the story of. All right, I'll tell a very rough version of it.
It's exclusive.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss a lot of details. I was about 24, I think, and I can't say why, but I had a problem with this guy, and we were arguing.
Sorry, wait, was this during the kickboxing time?
I was kickboxing, yeah.
Okay.
But I was also kickboxing doesn't make money like boxing, right? When you're kickboxing, I was like one-time world champion. You're making like 30, 40, 50 grand a fight, but you're fighting like twice a year. And it's yeah, I mean, towards the end I was getting 5-6 fights a year and I was doing better, but when you're fighting like twice a year and you have to pay your coach and your taxes, you're living in London, you're not rich. So I was making some money on the side, and I had a disagreement with this guy, and we were kind of texting back and forth, and he stopped replying to me. He totally stopped replying.
Cool.
That was it. And I was like, okay. And I texted him a few more times, and he totally stopped replying to me. And about a week and a half later, when I was walking to my car, he tried to stab me. I was walking to my car. Even to this day, if I walk to my car at night, especially if it's raining, I panic a little bit.
PTSD.
Yeah, a little bit. I was walking to my car and I heard footsteps behind me. This is one of the reasons I hate headphones. And anyone I see in headphones is a fucking idiot, because you are so killable with headphones in. You think you look cool with your AirPods in. I can sneak up behind you with a chainsaw, you dummy. Like anyone who has AirPods or headphones in is a soft target.
Just distracted.
I heard it first. I heard feet moving quickly, and as I turned, I've got a scar here on my hand where you can see the blade in my hand. I turned and I took the blade in the hand, and if that was my neck, I'd be dead.
Had you missed that hand, he had his hand made in a different position.
Yeah, I could have easily died.
my
I hit him, but it was sloppy. I'll admit it was a bit sloppy. He wobbled, he took a step back, but now we're facing each other. But because I was bleeding so much, because my finger basically came off, because I was bleeding so much, I thought I'd been stabbed properly.
Okay.
And I ran. But I could have been dead, and the only reason I'm not is because I heard him coming. I didn't see him coming, and that's why to this day, if I sit in public and I see somebody with AirPods in, I feel nervous for them. If I can't explain it, I get anxious. It's like seeing somebody about to touch a chainsaw. Like you're like, whoa, don't do that. When I see somebody and they're like, I'm like, you are so killable.
They're walking through the street like this.
Yeah, like dude, it's unbelievable. This is about 3 years ago when I first started really blowing up, and I started the word brokies I made super popular.
Yeah.
And I was in London, and I had a appointment. I can't remember why. I needed a blood test or something. I can't remember what it was. And I told the Uber to drop me at this doctor's, and it dropped me off, and I couldn't find the entrance to the doctor's place. And I'm walking up and down this street in London about 3.5 years ago. And like these 6 dudes across the street go, yo, that's the dude that called us broke. And I remember laughing, going, hi guys, like this.
Yeah.
And they kind of laughed. And then I thought, that might have gone wrong.
That
could have gone the other way. And from there, I decided to only have security. I said, okay, if I go to London, I need security. And from there, expanded out, and I got a domestic team, and we went.
You kind of get used to having them around too.
Well, bro, it's now I can't imagine living without it. Like right now, we have a guy outside the door, and I have 3 guys downstairs, and I've got a car, and everyone's strapped, and everyone has guns, and if they didn't, I'm nervous as it is. I couldn't imagine living without that now. All right, so probably the weirdest guy we ever had was a lawyer, and he was a lawyer in New York. Who's from New York? Oh, Jenny from the block. She's from New York. So we had a lawyer from New York, and this guy, man, you know what the thing about webcam? It kind of worried me about the world, because when you see how police officers, the doctors, surgeons, lawyers, you see what they're doing when they're at home with their money, you don't trust any of them anymore. So now if I ever have to have surgery, I'm looking at them up and down like, motherfucker, Cam, you know, so I don't trust none of them. So this guy was a lawyer, right?
What year was this? People kind of have an idea.
So I got into the cam game early. This must have been probably 7, 8, maybe 9 years ago.
Okay.
So a long time ago.
Right around 2012.
Yeah, something like that.
All right, cool.
So
IG's just popping off.
Yeah, just all that shit's new, right? So cam's new. My girls were making a bunch of money. Anyway, so we had a lawyer, and what he used to like to do is he found one of my girls, and he had this. It started with a fantasy that she was his babysitter, and that he would poop his pants, and that she had to change him, right? So it started off very much like, hey, can you smell me? And she'd be like, yeah. You smell so bad. Do I smell bad? And he loved it when she was like, you're disgusting. You smell so bad. You're a full-grown man. What's wrong with you? Why do you smell so bad? He loved that, right? And then he got to the point where saying, I'm going to ask you to make me do things, but I want them to be completely unreasonable. And the worse they are, the more I'll pay. So she's like, all right. I want you to wear a diaper at work. And he's like, all right. So he sends her like $1,000 and she wears a diaper at work. But it got to the point across a few months where she's like, I want you to wear a diaper and not, she just had to think of shit, right? She's like, I want you to wear a diaper and not change it for a week. And he'd send her 10 G's and he would actually do it. And he'd wear a diaper and not change it for a week. Go toilet in this diaper, swear to God. And he'd try and send her pictures of it all. She wouldn't even look at them because it made her feel sick. But me and Tristan, me and my brother would like print them out, put them on her bed and shit. You got that kind of thing. These are the kind of dudes she's talking to. So you think she's watching this and going, I can't wait to go out there to New York and get myself a nice lawyer? No.
This was about 2 months in, and we found out we had court on a Monday. And I was sure we'd be getting out soon. I was like, Tristan, they've kept us here for 2 months now. Everyone doesn't believe it anymore. The internet's finally realized this was a scam. At the beginning, people are like, maybe, and they're 2 months in, they're like, this is bull. There's no go. The news is even on our side. The Romanian news was on our side. Everything was on our side. I was like, bro, we're getting out on this court date. Tristan goes, nah, Matrix attack, we're not getting out. It's like, Tristan, I think we're gonna get out. I have to be positive we're gonna get out. And court's Monday. It's now Friday afternoon. We just have to get through the weekend. Monday, we're home. He's like, all right. So we're gonna Aikido the weekend away. So that was the longest weekend of my life. I'm training, I'm cleaning, I'm bleaching the cracks, I'm doing all the normal things, but time is just not ticking because I had some hope for this day we were gonna get out. Sunday night comes, it's about 9 p.m. Tristan goes to sleep because Tristan doesn't give a shit. He didn't care. And I'm laying there wide awake and I'm staring at the wall, going, tomorrow morning's court. And I'd prepared a speech of what I was going to say to the judge. And I was practicing it in Romanian so I could say it in Romanian, because if I say it in English, I have to go through a translator and the translator ruins all the emotion. They don't even understand what I'm saying. I'm sitting there, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. I'm still wide awake, sitting there, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., couldn't sleep. Eventually, 10 a.m. rolls around. They come, they drag us out. Finally on our way to court, take us, put us in the police van, get back to the police van with Tristan. I'm like, have you got your speech prepared? He goes, yeah, I know what I'll say. I was like, okay. Go there, get to the court, stand there, waiting like 2 hours in this alleyway, this hallway outside the court where the prisoners wait. And it's cold, it's January, it's freezing cold. They had no radiators, so we're sitting there shivering, just waiting. Eventually they take us into the court, and the person's case from before us was still going on as they sat us down. And it was a guy who got busted with a bunch of, and when they busted his, and they also went in his house and found his laptops, and on his laptops he had, so my man's in trouble. So I don't understand exactly what's being said because I don't speak Romanian, but I see on the projector kilos of, and I hear them talking about traffic narcotica. Romanian's Italian. It's kind of, Romanian's Latin. It's kind of like Italian, the language. So I understand basically what they're saying, and they're talking about Kopi, et cetera, But Tristan speaks Romanian, so I lean over to Tristan in the dock and I said, Tristan, what? I said, what did this guy do? Tristan goes, Matrix attack. And for some reason, you know when you laugh in school and you're not supposed to laugh? For some reason, I just didn't expect him to tell me, because this guy who is guilty as sin with pictures all over it, Tristan just goes, Matrix. And bro, I was trying to hold in laughter like I've never held it in before. And the judge looks at me, stares at me deep in my eyes, and I'm like a dumbass. And I think she saw a fraction of a smile, and I'll tell you why. When they kicked that guy out, we had our shortest court date ever. We didn't even get a chance to talk, nothing. She was just like, 5 minutes in, no, jail, bye. We went back. I was like, Tristan, I've been awake for a whole weekend. I couldn't sleep. I wrote a speech. I was dreaming of this day where we were gonna get out, and you made me laugh with your joke and ruined everything. And he just goes, I'm a tough guy. It doesn't matter. I'm going to sleep. Didn't give a shit.